Sup, it's Mr. Eric. We're gonna talk about September 24th, 2021 today. What happened? Here we go. So, John and I woke up pretty early, 6:30 a.m., because we were heading out to the Guilford book sale. Guilford's about an hour from our house, so we hit the road, pretty quiet on the way down. I actually took a nap. John drove for me, so it was pretty nice. It was raining hard, so I was worried slightly that they would close the book sale. Thank God they didn't. When we got there, we saw that they were working, getting stuff under the tents, so I was super happy. It was weird. There wasn't like one line to go to. There was different sections. So the nonfiction tent had a line next to it. Then the sports and like DVD tent had a line next to it. The art and classics books were in the west wing of the library, so that was like a different room inside. And then the math, science, nature books, religious books were in the main lobby of the library. So there was like these 4 different lines for what you want to go to. Most of the people, all the dumb book scanners, they go to the nonfiction section. And I'm not going to compete with that. They're probably going to get a couple like marginally profitable books. And if they're all on top of each other, they're just going to end up like competing too much for everything. So it's not worth it. Me and John were smart. We went to where Jim goes, into the art and classics room. Because those art books, even though they don't sell often, they're super profitable when they do sell. Plus, there's other ones that are a little bit less profitable, but they sell for good. That art room is also next to the main lobby of the library, where the religious section is that I like to go to, and the math and science section, which I like to go to as well. So John and I waited in line for probably 15 minutes in the rain. Before that, we were just sitting in the car. When the book sale started, we were the second ones into the art room. John hit art, I hit the art history, drawing, sketching, instruction manuals. So I got to those. We got some super profitable books, some $50 plus scans, some $100 plus scans, so I'm super happy about that. Once I was feeling like okay with the art stuff, I realized that the textbook education section was on the other side of the room. Nobody had gotten to it yet, so I went over there quick. And unfortunately, Joey or Tommy, I think that's their names, from New Jersey, the New Jersey guys, they kind of followed me over there, so I was competing with him real quick. Scan, take, leave, whatever. Book sales are insane. Like, there's people on top of you who are scanning right next to you, and they're like aggressively trying to take books. They're trying to show off when they do get a book. Like, they'll slam it on the ground, or they'll have their phone volume on to do the ching sound. I don't get fazed by it. I just do my own thing. I keep the volume off on my phone because I'm not stupid. So yeah, I got some good textbooks. Then when I was feeling good with that, I wanted to rush over to the religion section, so I went to the religion, got some stuff there. I leave John alone. He knows what he's doing. He gets the art books. He scans for stuff that doesn't have the ISBN code, and he finds some good things that are longer tail, high profitable books. Very happy with it. Apparently the sale wasn't too great for the classics guys like Jim. That's alright. There was a guy at the book sale who took all the Easton Press books. I really wanted to see what they look like because I want to get into selling those, but he got them too quickly before I could see them. Alright, as the sale goes on, I make my way into the nonfiction section just to see what's left. I also check out the mass market paperbacks, especially the sci-fis, so I could get some set books like Robert Jordan. I also pulled out a Dune 3rd printing paperback, which sells for about $50 on eBay. Nobody knows what that is. All these scanners, they don't know their books, so they're not going to pick that one out just because it doesn't have an ISBN code. I picked that one out amongst hundreds of books, pulled it up, did my research on it. It takes about a minute to do research, and I realized it's a $50 book, so I'm going to take that. I'm starting to get an eye for things. I'm not professional like Jim, but I want to get to his level. I want to learn my books. Okay, book sale comes to an end, really, for me and John. We're ready to pack up, so we hit the road, do another hour drive back, and we get home and we eat. Mom has burritos left over, so I make myself some burritos, and then John works on his piano skills, goes to the computer, whatever. Then it's my turn to leave for the warehouse, so I go on over to the warehouse and I do some listing while I wait for Josh Grooms to show up, because him and I are supposed to meet for me to print him the shipping label. His first shoe that I listed for him sold on Amazon. So we had to coordinate how I could get him the shipping label. He's going to be sending it tomorrow, Saturday. So I'm pretty happy that that shoe sold. I'm going to be getting 10% of the profit. It was a $130 pair of shoes, so I'll be getting $13. All right, once I was all set with meeting with Josh, I head on over to Granby Book Sale. It's about 30 minutes from the warehouse, I think. So I get to Granby, and I'm the third one there. Super happy. The only other guys are Jim, who's a beast. He's always first. And then Stan. I've seen Stan before at these book sales. I haven't talked to him yet, but this was my opportunity. So I got up with those guys, and I started chatting. We talked about everything from book business to Stan's kids to cars. It was a good time. It's nice to be able to pick people's brains and also give them knowledge and explain and talk about business, because you can get some ideas from these people that you would never think of yourself. I also met this other guy named Dave. He's big into comics. I don't know anything about comics, but he told me that he gets to keep a lot of his profits because he advertises to people in Facebook groups that are specific to comics and like Facebook groups of certain towns. So I'm gonna try that type of thing, especially with advertising the bookstore. Definitely putting it in Facebook groups. I'm happy that I learned it from him. Okay, so the Granby book sale didn't get pretty busy as far as lines go until 15 minutes before. Thank God I put my box down. I was 4th or 5th in line because I was stupid. I didn't put my box down earlier and the other guy showed up. But that guy was in competition in front of me because he doesn't look for the stuff I look for. He always goes to the classics. When the book sale starts, it is a super slow entry. So I'm pretty happy about that because I'm at the front of the line. I have to like pay my $5 and then I have to get this wristband. And as soon as that happens, I head straight to the math and science section and I get some good textbooks. Then I go over to religion, get some good stuff there. Art, get some good stuff there. Jim at one point tells me he sees some Robert Jordan hardcovers. The reason he said it to me is because earlier that day I'm looking for Robert Jordan hardcovers because I literally just learned that those sell well as sets. You know, if you talk to people, they can give you good stuff. All you gotta do is talk and be friendly and give them some info about your business too. So I got like 5 or 6 Robert Jordan books just because Jim told me where they were on the bottom shelf. I wouldn't have seen them till later in the sale otherwise. I grabbed them quick, then I kept moving. I ended up in the craft section at one point and this lady starts getting mad at me. Like she thinks I'm a scanner dealer, but I'm really not. I look at what I want and I pick it out because it looks good to me. And then I scan just to double check if it's profitable. But this lady's yelling. She's saying, "Oh my God, there's all these freaking scanners here. Like, you shouldn't let them in. You should let them in an hour later." Come on, lady. Chill out, dude. You are looking for your craft books. Like, I'm not gonna take most of those. You can have them. Just chill. But I understand why she's mad because literally the rest of the dealers were leaving boxes on the ground. They were making messes. It's all these people who I can't say like what type of people they are because it's going to be super rude, but it's the same like looking people who do this all the time. They have a right to do it, but seriously, just learn the etiquette, okay? And learn your books because a lot of the books you take I see are not profitable. Do some research. I'm not going to help you because you're competition, but do your own research. Okay, I made out pretty well at the book sale in Granby, and then it was time for me to head on over to Oakdale Theater in Wallingford because Mr. Zach, the legendary Mr. Zach, invited me to the Jack Harlow concert because he had an extra ticket. So it was going to be me, him, and his girlfriend Amanda going. On the way back, I was starving, so I hit up Domino's Pizza and I'm like, "Can I get a 3-topping large?" And they're like, "Bet." So I went to Domino's, stopped by, got a pizza. I ate literally every single slice. That's how hungry I was, except for one. I brought the other slice home. All right, I get to the Oakdale Theater and I park, and then Mr. Zach and Amanda show up, and we're feeling good about going in, and we take some shots, and then we go inside. It was about an hour and a half before Jack Harlow actually came out on stage. The thing with Jack Harlow is I don't know any of his songs except for What's Poppin', because I don't listen to rap anymore. I listen to mostly techno EDM. Rap, I can't relate to rap anymore. It's just all about girls and drugs. You know, I'm not about that. I'm more about dancing and everything. So I try to vibe, you know, I put my fists up and everything. Zach's doing the same. At one point we start yelling, "Mr. Harlow!" And, you know, it's pretty funny. I don't think he heard us, but he told us he was trying to make eye contact with 99% of us in the crowd. I'm sure he tried. I don't know if it happened, but yeah, he was definitely targeting the girls, though. Jack Harlow's definitely a ladies' man. Big respect, mister. All right, it was fun. After that, I told Zach, you know, want to go get ice cream, and he's like, "Oh, there's no places open." And then he says, "Actually, we gotta go to Stop and Shop." So I followed Zach and Amanda to Stop and Shop. Amanda was super, like, wasted, so she was hanging out of Zach's car. I got a video of it on Snapchat. Mad funny. We get to Stop and Shop, and then we go get our ice cream, and Amanda's kind of like walking all over the place being funny. Mr. Zach keeps calling her, "Come on, babes," and it's a good time. We go out in the parking lot, and we start throwing this like teardrop makeup thing that Amanda bought for herself, and the edges of the package were sharp, so I actually cut my arm, but it's whatever. It was a good time. We had our ice cream in the parking lot. We also pulled out some Pillsbury cookies, and we ate them raw. Those are super good. Then I said bye to Mr. Zach, and I drive home, and I eat some food, and then head to bed, because tomorrow is another book sale. This one's going to be huge. Simsbury, 50,000 books, all right? We're going to hit it hard. We're going to hit it fast. One thing I forgot to mention is actually on the way back from the Granby book sale to Oakdale Theater for the concert, I actually dropped my box off at Simsbury because it was on the way back, and I put it in line. And guess whose box was 2 boxes in front of mine? Jim. So Jim knew what's up. He dropped his box the night before. I did the same thing. So tomorrow I'm going to get the best spot in line so I could go straight to textbooks, go straight to math and science. John could go to history, and we'll get some good stuff. Looking forward to it. Definitely going to make some profit. Let's go. This is the grind.